Oh, blimey, howdy. It is Saturday the 3rd of August.
Yes.
We've just bid farewell to Jack and Jacinta.
The final farewell.
Final farewell, yeah. So from here, it's just you and me. But from here, yes, we start, well, don't start heading south, we continue heading south. And destination today is a place called Marlborough, and there's going to be a caravan park there. It's going to be about 617 kilometres, 6.5 hours plus driving. My little issue is that although we enjoyed the tremendous hospitality of Jack and Jacinta up here in Townsville in their place, and we had the opportunity to sleep in a real bed, my first opportunity in 2.5 weeks or so to sleep.
Nearly 3.
The problem that I had is that some of you may know that I use a CPAP, constant positive air pressure, because I have extreme obstructive sleep apnea, meaning if I don't wear a CPAP, I die. Simple. Many times. I've died many times during the night. And I only bought the 12-volt adapter, which means when I'm in the swag, I just plug it into a cigarette lighter, a little machine goes woohoo, and I go woohoo, and I sleep. Because we were in a proper bed inside a proper house, they don't have cigarette lighters in there. So I couldn't run the CPAP, which meant I didn't sleep. Probably dozed every now and again, but the thing is the snoring wakes you up, and I haven't slept without one in probably close to 10 years, I guess. So not feeling particularly refreshed.
I am. I slept great.
Consequently, I'm here, she's there. We're heading that way. I probably won't be able to sleep, but I think it makes a bit more sense for Hannah to do the bulk of the driving. I'll probably do some of the driving today. 617 kilometres is a long drive. And it's now from here on in until we get down to Harvey Bay Way, it's all bitumen, so nice and easy. Tire pressures probably need to be looked at. We've got to pick up fuel, right? Before we really head down. And now the fuel's actually going to get better. We had 2.85, I think, somewhere up north. Now we're getting down to under $2 a litre, so that's better. And because we're on the road and the tyres are pumped up, means we're going to get better economy. Well, it's economy anyway in a Land Cruiser, but it's going to be not rubbish economy. It'll be better, certainly better than towing a caravan. This is going to be kind of part 2 of our adventure, getting down onto Fraser Island, and then someone has the idea of going to the easternmost point of Australian mainland. Now that we've just been to the northernmost, I've been to the southernmost tip of the mainland as well as the southernmost tip of Australia, although that's probably debatable. Southernmost tip of Tasmania, Cockle Beach, I've been down there. Yes. So we'll go to the east, and that's Byron Bay, obviously, so we might spend a couple of nights there. We'll just see how we go. Aim still is 100% to be back for Nicholas's birthday. Very important.
We will be.
We will be. It's the, what would we say, the 3rd?
Huh? Today's the 3rd.
3rd, so we've got
10 days.
effectively 10 days. So that should be doable. Anyway, there you go. Boom! On the road. Let's go. Let's punch out some kilometres, Hannah. Safely. Ciao. Ow!
So it's now just Dad and I for the rest of the trip. We've said goodbye to everyone else, and we are on our way home, but we've still got about 10 days. We're going to stop in Kagari in Fraser Island for a couple of nights, and then also a little pit stop in Byron Bay. I'm so excited. We've go to the most eastern point of the mainland. We've done the north, now we're going to do the east, and then back home in a few days. So I'm driving today because Dad slept like shit. I didn't, so we're doing, I think, about 6.5 hours, so pretty easy.
Now, interestingly enough, Hannah, Mum and I have been here before. This is the Burdekin Bridge. Going over the Burdekin River. Not really much of a river out there, but pretty cool construction, isn't it?
It's a bit trippy, actually.
Trippy. There's the old bridge.
Ah.
More sugar cane out there on the right. Sugar cane processing on the left. How about that? Isn't it what a coincidence that the sugar cane grows right near where the sugar cane refinery is. Coincidence, huh? Get me some mango. Turns out a little bit of change of plan. Where we were going to stay, well, they closed. We got there at 5:01, and guess what? They closed at 5. So we're going a little bit further south of Rocky, and
because everything's bloody booked, or just close at 5 o'clock.
Who knew? 5 o'clock on a Sunday, people want to go and spend time with their family. Is it Saturday?
Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday.
Oh my God! It's all these military dudes. Look at that.
So you're talking about me?
Well, no, behind you, fool. Anyway, so there you go. We'll show you when we get there. Not a complete disaster.
Yes.
See how we go. Yeah, we'll see.
See, they're shaking their butts. Wait a minute. Sunday, the 4th of August. Lucky I asked because I was a day early and a date forward. So we've just left some little place. Just south of Rocky.
South of Rocky. Rockhampton. And we, it was a kind of fairly pleasant. It was a little caravan park. I had some photos and stuff. Right on the Bruce Highway, like right on the Bruce Highway. So
good thing we have our earplugs.
Earplugs, yeah, because it was noisy. Well, not noisy, but you know, during the middle of the night, it was.
If you didn't have earplugs, you would have suffered.
You could tell when there was not just a car coming, but you got the locos coming. There's obviously mining around here, and so you get the mining locomotives coming with endless stream of carriages behind, going both north and south. So they sort of rumble along, not too bad, but as Hannah said, when you've got the earpods on, it's not too bad. Well, we're going to make it, Hannah, we're going to make it. So it was good. We woke up, I woke up about 7:20 to be frightened by Hannah, so she was up a little bit before me for a change. I did wake wake up a couple times at night to do the old man thing. And I was really amazed how dark the sky was, because there's no moon at the moment, and so the stars are really quite bright. It's very, very pretty. So we left about 10 to 9. It's now 20 past 9. We've had to refuel. Still had about 25 litres in there, but it's nice because probably only about a week ago we were paying well into the 250s, 260s. I think we peaked at about 283 a litre, 187.9. But big tank, so we still spent $215 on diesel. But that's okay. It's going to take us another 800 k's or so. So we booked the Fraser Island Sea Link ferry that goes from Urungan, which is near Harvey Bay, Riverheads. It takes 45 minutes, gets you over to Kingfisher, which is just north of Wankulba, for those who know where that is. But last night when I was doing a little bit of research on, because you basically got the option of going from Harvey Bay area or Inskip Point Rainbow Beach down the south of the island. And once I booked $146 one way, because the idea being we'll go up from the middle of the island, Kingfisher, across to Euron, we'll go up, we'll come back down and we'll leave from the southern point. A bit more efficient. No. So as it turns out, firstly the trip is 45 minutes on the ferry. It's probably at least 15 minutes waiting time boarding, and then 15 minutes getting off. And then you've got to contend with probably more traffic at Kingfisher. And then all people on Facebook were saying, because I basically was asking, can you get a one-way ticket here and then a one-way ticket from them? Is it the same company or is it different companies? Blah blah. And almost everyone on Facebook, Kagari Facebook group, Kagari being the name for Fraser Island in the indigenous language, said no, don't do that. Go down to Rainbow Beach, come up. It's only 10 minutes. It's much cheaper. 10 minutes on the ferry, much cheaper, and then the roads, you go out on the coastline, on the east coast of Fraser, much better. You can hoot along at 80 k's, it's fine, whereas the inland tracks are much slower. So literally, even though it's like another hour for us to travel today, we're going to save much more than an hour doing it this way.
And they run more often.
And they run, yeah, so the other ones, I think the Sea Link from Riverheads runs about every 2.5 hours. The Manta Ray at Inskip, that runs about every 15 minutes, half an hour. So, but there's two ferries, much more constant, and also $140 return as opposed to $146 one way. So then I get an email last night saying, oh look, or was it this morning? That was this morning. I had a missed call saying that they've had to change our booking from 4, so I was kind of regretting doing this. 4 o'clock to, we stood down the 4 o'clock sailing, so it's going to be 3:45, and I was outraged. So of course I tried phoning the 1-800 number, which says you've run out of business hours. Well then don't suggest that I ring it. Make it clear. Anyway, bottom line is, spoke to the lady. She was very, very understanding. She goes, look, normally we don't refund money because you're changing the dates. I said, well no, you're changing the times. And we can't get there, even though it's only 15 minutes, we can't get there at that time. And she said, oh look, I understand, I don't have the authority, but I'll make some calls. And so did that, made some calls. She then phoned back about 9 o'clock and said, yeah look, it's all good, we'll refund you the money, we're really sorry for the hassle. And we went, that's okay. But so she was suggesting that they were going to credit us, and I said, look, credit's no good. I said the last time we were here was over 10 years ago, and the next time will probably be in 10 years time, so credit's just no good to us. And anyway, so they refunded us, so we're literally just going to hightail it down to Rainbow Beach, Inskip, and get onto the ferry there. Hopefully we'll get there. We're going to have lunch, so it's about a 5-hour drive. So it says 2:15 arrival, probably add another 15 minutes, half an hour onto that. We'll also have to refuel when we get down there, because you don't want to be paying for fuel on the island. So hopefully we'll get up there about 3 o'clock, and then we'll hightail it up the east coast to maybe Eurong, maybe a little bit further. We've still got to get permits too when we get there, because it's just the ferry doesn't entirely use a camp there. Well, we'll sort all that out. That's okay. I think it's only $7.50 per night per person, so it'll be $15 a day, 4 days. It'll be $60. So you're going to spend maybe 3, maybe 4 nights on Fraser. Have a bit of a look around, try and see a few things we didn't see last time. So the first time Lake Mackenzie was stunning. The second time Lake Mackenzie was crap. But the second time we went up to Sandy Cape, the very northern point. Went for a swim. Not sure we'll go for a swim this time. It's going to be like 20 degrees. But we also want to see the Fraser Island lighthouse, which is just past, I think, to the west of Sandy Cape. And then we'll come back down. Obviously, we'll go to Eli Beach, the Mahino. We'll do Lake Mackenzie. We might go to Wabi, a few of those other places, and then we shall continue down. Now, Hannah's trying to organise some sort of accommodation in Byron.
That doesn't cost an arm and a leg.
Apparently it's not very cheap in Byron. Damn. But we'll sort that out. Anyway, Fraser, here we come. It's
7.5 minutes.
7.5 minutes. Is that a record?
Wrap it up,
Let's
buddy.
see if we can do 10 minutes.
No, we know what you're capable of.
All right.
Going to
See you there.
Right.
We stopped and let the tyres down, as if we had no choice but to stop. Continued on our way. Not too happy. Fraser Island. Woo! She's feeling sick. Woo! It's been 11 years since we've been here. 2013 was the last time, and it's changed a bit. You have to actually book your exact campsite, whereas last time you were here, you basically got a permit for whatever, 3, 4, 5 days, and you camp wherever you wanted to. Now you've got to say, I'm going to camp for one day over there, then I'm going to camp for another day over there, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so we've got 3 days in Zone 4, which is near the Mahino, near Eli Creek, and then we'll see. But each day, basically, we're going to have to pack up to go and do things. But it's good. What's the time, Hannah? Time to throw up. Nearly 3 o'clock, yeah. So it's kind of going to be halfway. I think low tide was at 2 o'clock, high tide's at 8. So it should be alright. We'll get up as far as we can. And I think the funny thing is that if you actually can't get to the place that you booked for camping, then what do you do? What do you do? Weird. Anyway, there you go. Anyway, happy days. Woo. Overseas again. How much Mum used to hate driving on the sand like this. Whole car sort of goes side to side.